Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to solve a problem which is from Altman's Z-score model. Okay, yes. Why this model predominantly used is this is to find out the whether the company is safe or the company is in bankruptcy situation. Okay, so this concept comes under the area of ratio analysis. No, ratio analysis, we use lot of ratios, like we use 30 plus ratios, but Altman model takes only 5 ratios. With that 5 ratios, the Altman model finds out whether the company is in the situation of safer or the bankruptcy situation. It just predicts the company with these 5 ratios whether the company is safe whether the company is safe or the company is in bankrupt situation, safe to invest or unsafe to invest from the investor perspective. Okay, what's the formula and which 5 ratios are taken is, okay, what are the 5 ratios we use here is working capital ratio, retained earnings ratio, okay, then return on assets ratio, then equity ratio and sales ratio. What are the formula for this? Working capital divisible by total assets, retained earnings divisible by total assets, return on assets, no, so EBIT, which is a profit, no, divisible by operating profit divisible by total assets, equity, total equity divisible by total liabilities. Okay, and sales ratio, sales divisible by total assets. Okay, it tells whether we are using the correct amount of working capital and we are are we properly investing or reinvesting the profits we are retaining, or we are keeping it idle. So that will told by this retained earnings ratio. And then return on assets is how much worth of us, how much amount of operating profit has generated out of the total assets, that will tell by this. And the equity ratio is against the liabilities, how much equity we have. And the sales ratio with the total assets, how much sales we have generated. Okay, that's it. All these things were to right. So the weight we gave here is 1.2, 1.4, 3.3, 3.3, 0.6 and 1.0. These are all the weight values we are giving for all these ratios, and with this we are going to find out this. Okay, so first okay first ratio is working capital ratio, no, so working capital divisible by 8 lakh divisible by total asset is 40 lakh into 100, which is how much. We don't need to put the 100 and all, so we can directly, because we are going to apply the insert the values into the formula, no, so we don't need to put it into the percentages. Okay, 0.2. Next is retained earnings ratio. Okay, how much is the retained earnings? 24 lakhs divisible by 40 lakh, how much? 0.6. How much is the return on assets? Return on assets is EBIT. Where is the EBIT? 10 lakh divisible by 40 lakh, how much? 10 divisible by 40, 0.25. Then we have the equity ratio. Equity ratio is total equity. How much is the market value of equity? 80 lakh divisible by, what's the book value of total liability? 16 lakh. How much is that? 80 divisible by 16, which is 5. Then we have sales ratio 20 lakh divisible by total assets is 40 lakhs, which is 0.5. So simply put it in the formula, Altman Z score is how much we are going to find with the formula 1.2 into 0.2 plus 1.4 into 0.6 plus 3.3 into 0.25 plus 0.6 into 5 plus 0.5 into sorry, not 0.5, this is 1.0 into 0.5. So you can term it as 120%, 140% of 120% of working capital ratio, 140% of retained earning ratio, 330% of EBIT return on assets ratio, and then equity ratio 60%, equity ratio 100%, sales ratio. We can term it as like this also. So if we calculate this 1.2 into 1.4 into 0.6, 3.3 into 0.05, 0.6 into 5, 1 into 0.5. So total is 5.405. There is a scale. Okay, there is a scale to measure whether the company is bankrupt or safer is whether the company is 191. There is a scale 1.81, 2.99. Between this area, we can term the company as only some risk. Beyond this 2.99%, the company is safer. Below 1.81, the company is bankrupt company, riskier. Okay, bankrupt company. Okay, this comes under this actually the Z score is 5.405. So we can term it as the safest company, which is the company is the safest company, not the bankrupt company. So then the question what they have asked, whether it belongs to non-bankrupt classes. Yes, the firm belongs to non-bankrupt classes only. We can give a comment and we can close off the question. That's it.